We're going to hit Netflix because I'm actually, I know you got the first word. I'll just say this. When Charlie died, Charlie loved Seinfeld. And I have canceled my Netflix subscription before. And I just wanted to watch Seinfeld. Like at the end of the night, late at night, I had long days. It's been a long couple weeks. And it just makes me happy to watch Seinfeld. And Netflix has Seinfeld. So I just hope that the people of Seinfeld will get in on this and like move the show somewhere else. Somehow, I'm sure there's some contract they can't.
I don't think it's going to happen. You have to be the change you seek in the world.
I know.
Andrew.
So for Charlie, I will stop watching Seinfeld. It literally is like one of those few things in my day right now.
You could buy the DVDs on
you know
eBay
what? That's
or
right.
something.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a way to get around the Netflix Seinfeld thing because this is really upsetting. We should play the clip too, but go ahead, Blake.
Yeah.
Lead us in.
So we'll get into this. So this is about a show. It went viral recently because libs of TikTok posted it. But to be clear, the show aired, I think, 21 through 23. It ended in 23 for sure, which, among other things, just absolute peak woke insanity at every single media outlet ever. The show's name was Dead End Paranormal Peak. It's a children's show, animated, but it has all of this like aggressive kind of sexuality propaganda on it. What was the number again? 116.
It's not the park. It's me. I'm trans, Norma. And everyone at school knows, and everyone at home knows. And being here, it's like a whole new place. I can just be Barney. And I can choose if and when I tell people. I've never been happier. And that's saying something when I spent today chased by terrifying zombie mascots. Pugsley reminded me how important it is to live your life without apology. So I think I gotta give living here a shot. Don't you?
You don't need my permission. I just wouldn't want Courtney as a roommate.
We'll be the best of friends.
All right, Brandon.
Well, these people going for the stuff that they're doing, in my opinion. I think it's very troubling because when you look at the spectrum of, you know, how many kids are actually trans or going through it's not that many kids, man. You know, my son go to a massive school, 6A, tons of students there, and I don't think they have a single trans kid at that school. And even in the school that he went to that was a public school, it probably was like one, maybe.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're indoctrinating kids and putting this into their subconscious to begin to think about, well, am I trans? What is trans? Am I a boy? Could boys be girls?
Can I get some attention?
Right, exactly.
If I come out with this issue?
Because that's what it's really all about. A kid don't know nothing about being trans. And they say kids know that they trans when they 3. You know how stupid that is?
So
you know, I got a 4-year-old. You think my son know the difference between being a boy and a girl and all of those crazy stuff? And if he does have a question about it, as an adult, you have leadership that should tell him, no, you're a boy. You know, all you gotta do is check when you go to the bathroom. You got that one or the other one. So, but they're doing this because if you can get into the subconscious mind of a developing child, and right. you get these. It's the same thing when kids get exposed to sexuality too early. It begins to warp their worldview and warp their mind, and they drag that stuff on into adulthood where they have a distorted view of what sex is and a distorted view of what sexuality is. If you can start doing it earlier and earlier in younger people, it may not manifest right away. But when they get a little older, it may manifest in a way that's detrimental.
And before we get out of here, I just want to flag the other reason we care about this, by the way. So that clip went viral on its own, but the creator of the show, his name is Hamish Steele, and has total, we should be able to throw it up here. I think they have it as B-roll. But he was posting on Blue Sky that first of all, he has this like very creepy looking face, in my opinion. Let's see which one
there
was.
It is. Oh,
there it is. All right, there he is finally.
Yeah.
And he says he's a he, they pronouns, and then he said this the day after the assassination. I'm not sure who he was responding to. Why the F are you even commenting on this, object head? You
D-head.
You D-head. Your sympathy for any of the families being slaughtered by your weapons, but a random Nazi gets shot, and it's a public statement. You're such an effing evil bleep. Yeah, just vile stuff. Absolutely vile person.
So
this is obviously the kind of guy who would say like, love is everything, kindness is everything. Like,
Tolerance.
such a fraud.
This is what frustrates me is this is a perfect example, Blake, and I'm so glad you highlighted the show creator of the type of people that are pushing this insanity on kids. I bet he doesn't have kids, first of all. He's a they, probably no kids. But this is what they do. And new studies have come out that have exposed this, that conservatives are having above replacement level children. Liberals are not. First of all, we're going to outbreed them. Good. Secondly, they are not procreating. And so the only way that they can push and expand this ideology, this woke garbage, this evilness, is to spawn it via programming. And they know that our kids are absorbing things at this age like sponges. Mm-hmm. They know that this programming goes in deep. So parents out there, do not put the Netflix on and just let it go. And because what it'll do is one show gets done, it'll put another show up there. And then more importantly than that, I think it's time to boycott them. I think put those images up. Everybody that's boycotting Netflix. I mean, Elon Musk has gotten behind it. It's been seen millions and millions and millions of times. It's important. I don't have necessarily a bone to pick per se with Netflix, but it's not a one-off example. And so it's run by a bunch of leftists. They probably think that they're doing both sidesism or whatever, whatever. But it's run by a bunch of leftists, and they're programming our kids to embrace this garbage, and they need to feel the pain financially if they're going to stop this. You don't touch the kids. I don't care if in the adult section they got stuff that you maybe don't agree with politically, but not in the kids section. This is, how Netflix is. You go, I'm going to do the kids one or the normal one. Mm-hmm. And this is in the kids.
Yeah. And it's strategic. This is what they're doing. And parents, quit being cowards. If your kid come to you and say, I don't know what I am, tell them exactly what they are. I'm so sick, because it's really the parents that it comes down to. First of all, they let their kids watch this garbage, and then they don't have leadership. They want to say, well, I want to be sensitive to this, and then no, quit being silly. You need to focus on what the truth is. You need to put God first in your family, and you will have a successful family. I'm so sick of parents letting their kids go by the wayside because they're trying to be nice. They're trying to be like, oh, I'm a open-minded person and parent, and kids need to explore and all of this. No, they don't. They need leadership. They need you to raise them. And I'm glad that they're not procreating at the rate that we are, and hopefully we procreate more. That's right. And actually on our side, I hope we become better and bolder parents to teach our children what the truth is and teach our children what's the difference between good and evil. But I am upset that they're targeting children. And it's not, I always think about things. It's not what people do, it's why they're doing it. Why are they doing it? They don't have to do this. They are willing, and we got to be willing to cut our memberships with them because they are willing to lose money to push their agenda. Do you think Netflix didn't know that people were going to be upset about that? They don't care. They are willing to lose a lot of money to make sure your kids are indoctrinated so they all become trans in the next 15 years.
A general thing, unfortunately, is the left has proven itself more disciplined in executing boycotts, in executing financial pressure, in cutting things off. And historically, the right has not been as good at that. Like we had one kind of really big boycott with Bud Light a few years ago, and I think, to be honest, I think a lot of the right got a little high on itself off of that, and they thought, oh, we can take out whatever we want. But most of our other boycotts do not succeed.
Well, we hit Target pretty hard. Target kind of they stopped doing it, but it wasn't a full win, but at least Target tucked tail a little bit and ran. But you're right.
Yeah,
we're right.
I mean, if you want a good example, it's like the NFL. Like I feel every 2 years or so, the NFL does something super lib, and people come out and they're like, "We're going to boycott the NFL. Go woke, go broke," and then the NFL just steamrolls them.
The NFL goes, "We're going to go around you and do Big Bunny because now we're gonna appeal to Hispanics."
Yeah, and what's really funny, is then I'll still encounter people who will think we somehow won this exchange. Like I'll run into people who think the NFL is circling the drain. Oh, yeah. The NFL is not circling the drain.
But we also have to understand boycotting is not the only way to do it. You know what I'm saying? We got to raise up the next generation. They've raised up a generation. We got to raise up generations of strong, confident people and put them in positions of power at these organizations.
We have to take back the institutions.
Yeah,
we have to.
We have to.
Because there's a whole debate on the right. Are we going to create our parallel institutions? Are we going to take back the institutions? Well, we got to take them back, and there's multiple, I would say vectors upon which we need to fight, but we need our own long march through the institutions.